Hello, I'm Carolyn Herbert from the Finance News Network, and joining me from drug development company Noxipharm is Managing Director and CEO Dr. Graham Kelly. Graham, welcome to FNN.
Carolyn, thank you. Good to be here.
Now, can you start by giving us an introduction to Noxipharm?
Sure. Noxipharm is a drug development company. It has a particular focus, which is on the problem of drug resistance, which in the case of cancer means that the tumour cells have learnt how to resist every effort to kill them. And that means that for most cancer patients, they either start off being resistant to commonly used drugs or eventually become resistant.
And Graham, now to your listing. How much was raised and where will the funds go?
Well, we raised $6 million. We were heavily oversubscribed, but we chose not to take any oversubscription. So we start our life with $6 million in the bank. And the main purpose of that is to bring our first product, NOX66, into the clinic as a means of treating this problem of drug resistance.
Very good. So what's your cash position post-IPO and your market cap?
Well, we're starting with $6 million and that gives us a market cap at the point of listing of $15 million.
And now to your lead drug candidate, NOX66. How does the drug work and how does it complement other cancer therapies?
NOX66 contains an active drug known as iduranoxal. Now, iduranoxal has been around for a little while. In fact, I was responsible for its discovery and bringing it into the clinic quite a few years ago. But we've struggled for a long time to know how to make it work. We've known for a long time that it's probably the best drug available to knock out this problem of drug resistance. But as I said, we've struggled to learn how to make it work. We now believe we know now how to make it work, so that's why we've raised this money to bring it into the clinic.
So how long has the drug been in development and where did it originate?
Well, it came out of work that I was involved with in a university. It was at the University of Sydney Medical School, and we discovered this drug back in the 1990s, and we found out very early that it was very powerful in being able to knock out drug resistance mechanisms in tumour cells, so that the standard of care drugs like carboplatin and paclitaxel, for example, to which tumour cells become resistant very quickly, iduranoxal was able to knock that out. So what NOX66 is this new, exciting and innovative way to use iduranoxal in a way that we believe it will now work.
And Graham, when are you commencing phase 1 trials?
Well, we're getting underway almost immediately. So the money that we've been able to raise will allow us to come into the clinic, and we've gone a fair way down the path of making all the necessary arrangements to do that. So before the end of this year, we expect to be in patients with cancers where we will use NOX66 in combination with a drug called carboplatin.
So what are you hoping for in terms of results then?
Well, we hope, of course, that we're going to be able to prove what we hope, which is that NOX66 will eliminate the drug resistance mechanism, so that these cancer patients who currently would not be able to respond to a drug like carboplatin will now be able to respond. So we're hoping that we will find tumour shrinkage in these patients.
And finally, Graham, what's your long-term ambition for the company?
Well, we of course hope to reward our investors and make money for shareholders who've put their faith in us. But more importantly, we believe that we can do something pretty significant for cancer patients for whom at present there is little hope. So I see Noxipharm as being a potentially major company that will evolve over time.
Dr. Graham Kelly, thanks for the introduction to Noxipharm.
Thank you, Carolyn. It was a pleasure.